Right, well listen, just to congratulate Richard on a tremendous achievement, winning the National Dairy Council Kerrygold Quality Milk Awards for 2020. It's a tremendous achievement for you and for all the family, and it's also a tremendous honour for Aurivo as the first winner, farmer of the company that has won as well. It's a tremendous achievement for Donegal as well. It's wonderful to see this award come to the county, and for the rest of the country as well, to realise that there's a tremendous dairy industry here, and of the highest quality too. And really this award is recognition of many years of tremendous work by you and by all the family in terms of best practice, in terms of efficiency, and in terms of sustainability as well. I know it was appropriate that also you were the winner of the Sustainability Award under the Council's awards this year too. So I just want to wish you and Wendy the very best. And I know it doesn't happen without the full support of all the families. So I know you have David and Holly and John working closely alongside you, and of course with Audrey and John having laid the platform in advance for this, and this being a true representative of a family farm built up over the years, improved gradually bit by bit, culminating now in this award recognising what you've achieved and the excellence which you do year after year. And I know this is something that you'll sustain into the future too. So congratulations, Richard, congratulations to all your family, congratulations to Aurivo and all of those who have supported you in reaching this point too. So thank you.
Thank you, Master Conlon. Just like to say a few words now on the farm since now and back whenever I started in 1994. The herd size now is around 160, and in 1994 when I took over the farm we were milking around 80 cows. The EBA of the herd at present is 191. The sub-indexes of that would be 84 for fertility, 64 for milk, 15 for maintenance and 4 for health. The top 1% in the country's average EBA at the minute would be 178. So it's nice just being that wee bit ahead. Back in 2013, when the Co-op performance report started to come out, I would have been producing 480 kilograms of milk solids at 3.55 protein and 4.25 fat. And I always thought if I got over 500 kilos, I would be very happy. 2019 we produced 558 kilograms of milk solids at 3.96 protein and 4.45 fat, and predicted for 2020 is over 600 kilograms of milk solids at over 4% protein. So we've come a long way since 2013. Cows start to calve here on the farm around the 6th of February and go to grass from kind of the middle of February on for 2 to 3 hours each day if the weather allows. And by night for 2 to 3 hours, maybe from around the 10th of March, and middle of March out full time maybe around the 15th or 16th of March by day, and by the end of March by night. We try to have the first rotation finished by the 10th of April. Our 6-week calving rate would be about 83%, and we're finished calving usually at the end of April. We use pasture base here to measure grass on the farm. I have an app on my phone which is very useful for when you're out doing your walk. We do 2 measurements in February, 2 measurements in March, and weekly from the beginning of April. And you always know then whether you have a surplus or deficit of grass on the farm, whether you need to feed bales or make bales from surplus grass. We try to graze covers of between 1,200 and 1,400 throughout the grazing season to produce excellent quality milk. I started doing selective dry cow therapy here 3 years ago, and it's working very well for us so far. In 2019, we had over 80% of the herd got selective dry cow therapy, and this year hopefully 80% or more. I'm in a local discussion group, East Donegal Dairy Discussion Group, since 1996, started by our past Teagasc advisor, Seamus Culhan, and now run by Tommy Doherty, our current Teagasc advisor. between the help from the advisors and the rest of the group, it's very, very useful. We installed solar panels on the farm here back in 2018, and the savings on the electrics last few years has been far more even than what I thought. It's nice to be able to take your family to your work, where the children and all, and everybody likes being out along with animals. As you all can see yourself, able to pet the cows and have their own cows and all. So, thank you.
On behalf of Aurivo Co-op, congratulate Richard and the Starrett family for a fabulous achievement. It is a first for Aurivo. The NDC Kerrygold awards are running 12-13 years, and it is the first for Aurivo, so congratulations. There's a cheque for the Aurivo Award for Sustainability and 2 cheques for the Kerrygold NDC Award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Minister, Richard and your family and fellow guests here. Look, it's a pleasure as Chairman of Aurivo Co-op, and on behalf of the board and all our advisories and everyone in Aurivo, we want to congratulate you on this award. I suppose I got an insight of Richard about 3 weeks ago. I rang him to congratulate him, and we were just chatting about the weather and everything, and he said, I'm inside, I'm after stripping down my fertiliser sower and I'm putting it back together. I had it greased, oiled and every little bit, so it'll be ready to go next spring. So it gave me an insight of the man of his attention to detail. So it's easy to see how he won this award. Look, it's a family farm. You see 3 generations here, which is very nice to see as well, and young kids interested in animals, so that's lovely. I suppose, look, one look around at your animals and your farmyard and the fields, everything looks healthy and well, and that's a good sign. People nowadays look forward to, when they buy a produce, they like to see that there's animal welfare, that the environment is looked after, and I think you tick all those boxes, Richard. You mentioned your EBI. It's the highest in our co-op, one of the highest in the country, and as you say, about 70 over the national average, so which is another tremendous achievement. You've achieved these awards with low cell count, low TBC, high output, high EBI, and that's a credit to you as well, and your breeding and all the policies you take in on board. Look, I suppose it's a first for Aurivo, as somebody mentioned already, so that's an important for us. And when we go to sell our products, our brands are very important. So when you produce a raw material like you do here of the highest quality, it's easy for us when we go to market, whether that be nationally or internationally, to sell those products. And and you're an inspiration too to us all as dairy farmers to what we can achieve. And we now call you Ambassador, Richard. So well done. I suppose I don't know so much more I can say, only that I think we have a team on the ground of, I suppose, farm specialists or whatever you want to call them. They work closely with all our dairy suppliers, and I think you found, in Richard, in your own case, a big help. And so, Majella, maybe you'll pass on the board's thoughts and thanks for the work you do with all our farmers. So, look, to Richard and your family, congratulations again, and well done. And we look forward to working with you for many years to come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just on the behalf of Teagasc, Richard and Wendy and family, I want to just congratulate you on your win. It's a fantastic achievement for Aurivo. It's a fantastic achievement for the Donegal as a county. It fairly puts Donegal back in the map. Just like you're an excellent client to deal with. Any bit of advice, you're always hungry for more advice as the chairman of the local discussion group this year too. So, like, you're a great role model for young new entrants starting out in the county, as well as supplying Aurivo and pushing that. So, just congratulations again to Richard and family. Thank you.
Okay, Richard, I would like to congratulate you on behalf of all of the farm services. Number one, for accepting to say that you would do this and that you would work with Aurivo, and that you would go for it and that you would try your best. I have to say you're an exceptional farmer, an exceptional person to work with. We put in a lot of long hours and a lot of hard hours, but no matter what I said or no matter what I asked you to do, we came up with another idea and met another way. And I just want to thank you for everything you've done and all the hard work and all the evening calls. And I definitely think that the two of us working the way we did, we couldn't have done it any other way. And it was an absolutely fantastic achievement, and I'm absolutely delighted to have been working with you and to have gotten this far. So thank you very much for everything and for all your hard work.
Thank you.
All right.
I'd just like to thank Aurivo too for nominating me for this award, and Majella and Paul especially for doing all the work on the background then to get all this to where we got now.
Yeah. And also we had other help. We had Tommy from Teagasc and we had IFAC. We had 2 or 3 different people was working on different areas of it, and then we compiled it all together and we put in all our own different pieces. So it was a big team working on it, and between everybody working and all the things that we were working on, it was fantastic, and it was a fantastic achievement. So congratulations, we're absolutely delighted with all your hard work that it paid off.
Thank you.
Great.
Hello everyone, and thank you to Aurivo for inviting me here today. I'm delighted to be here with Minister for Agriculture, Food and the Marine, Charlie McConalogue, Zoe Kavanagh, Chief Executive of the NDC, and Donald Tierney, Chief Executive of Aurivo. I'm enthused that despite the adversity that 2020 has brought, we're still making incredible progress in the areas of milk quality and on-farm sustainability. This is evidenced by the calibre of the finalists in the 2020 NDC and Kerrygold Quality Milk Awards, and most notably with Richard Starrett, the overall winner. Together with his family, his co-op, and his milk advisor, Majella McCafferty, Richard's farm has earned the top prize, and for the first time in its history, the cup has arrived in Donegal. Here in Ireland, we are lucky enough that nature affords us the natural advantage of our grass-based system. And our Irish dairy farmers turn this advantage into one of Ireland's most sought-after resources, the very best quality milk in the world. Our job at Ornua is to add value to this milk through our brands and our ingredients, which we sell in over 110 countries around the world. This job would not be possible without the hard work and dedication of our dairy farmers. The quality milk you produce is the foundation on which this industry continues to thrive. Last year, we reached a milestone as an industry, with Kerrygold becoming Ireland's most successful food brand. An incredible achievement for a brand from a small island on the periphery of Europe. We're often asked why Kerrygold has been so successful. You, our dairy farmers, and our world-class milk. Our unique way of farming here in Ireland allows us to stand out on the global stage. Our grass-fed position gives us a genuine product differentiation that our consumers have learned to trust. The world we live in is constantly changing. Our consumers are more connected than ever before. It's clear that environmental issues are top of that agenda. While our grass-based production system puts us in a unique position globally, we must not be complacent. We have a hard-earned reputation as a global provider for sustainably produced dairy products. But today's consumers need reassurance. They want consistent and robust proof points to demonstrate what we are doing to improve. This is why initiatives such as the SDAS and Borbia's new grass-fed standard are crucial. This gives us the proof points we need and secures trust in our brand from our consumers. The NDC and Kerrygold Quality Milk Awards were especially important this year, as Ireland's dairy farming families have been working harder than ever to keep Irish dairy products on kitchen tables in Ireland and around the world, all whilst maintaining exceptional standards in milk quality and sustainable farming. During the Late Late Show in late October, and in front of an audience of over 500,000 people, Richard Starrett and his family were announced as the worthy winners. Richard is an excellent role model for the industry and exudes the passion that is at the heart of Irish farming families. Sustainable farming practices are at the forefront of his operation, and he continually looks to improve on-farm practices. He is a true ambassador for the Irish dairy industry. Despite the challenges that presented themselves in 2020, it's great to see that Irish dairy farmers have not lost their enthusiasm for continued improvement on their farms. Richard and his family are testament to this. On that note, I would like to congratulate Richard. He represents the quality, passion, commitment and dedication of Irish farming families. His level of pride and passion for what he does is inspiring. I would also like to congratulate the team at Aurivo, Donald Tierney, CEO, Pat Duffy, former chairman, Raymond Barlow, the current chairman, and in particular, Richard's milk advisor, Majella McCafferty, on a very deserving win.
On behalf of the competition judges, I would like to congratulate you, Richard, Wendy, and your family for emerging from this year's contest as the overall winners. This competition is getting harder and harder to win, and the standards this year were higher than ever. The conditions in Donegal are a bit tougher than for farmers further south. The winters are longer and the weather's more harsh, which makes your achievement all the greater. Aurivo have been knocking on the door for quite a while, so they will now have to give you a bonus price for your milk for getting them over the line. Your farm represents everything that is special about Irish dairy farms and differentiates Irish dairy farmers from our competitors on the global stage. This is a family farm, not a factory farm, and your passion and commitment makes you a phenomenal ambassador for Irish farmers. Richard, your performance metrics and efficient practices makes you a great role model for your fellow dairy farmers as you demonstrate that producing quality milk in a sustainable way is compatible with commercial viability. It is clear from the attention to detail and the hygiene levels achieved with your milking routine and parlour management that you know that you're operating a food business where food safety and the protection of consumers' health is paramount. Your cows are very calm and you demonstrate the highest welfare standards, which are good for the cows as they are not stressed, which would make them more susceptible to disease, and also for consumers who would be very impressed with the quality of life the cows have on your farm. Urban consumers would be reassured if they visited your farm to observe where their milk and dairy products originate from. Consumer confidence in our production systems is very important if our sector is to have a viable future, and you're a credit to the sector. Animal health status is high, and your use of milk recording as a management tool and the percentage of your herd receiving sealants only at drying off is demonstrating that when the availability of antibiotics is reduced, it will have no impact on the quality of milk produced on well-run dairy farms in Ireland. Consumers have concerns about the potential adverse environmental impact of modern dairy farming, but you are demonstrating that ecological farming with the preservation of habitats and biodiversity can be achieved when running one of the best dairy farms in Ireland. The scenery on your farm is spectacular, and the domestic and international consumers would be blown away with the wow factor on this farm. It is a pity that this COVID pandemic has prevented you having a proper open day to celebrate your victory in style and to show people what you are doing so that they can learn from your practices. Richard, you'll be a great person to front for the Irish dairy sector for the coming 12 months. And I hope both the NDC and the Kerrygold get opportunities to use you. You are a most deserving winner. On behalf of myself and the other judges, I say well done to all of you. And well done to the Aurivo team that helped you.
Congratulations to the Starrett family. Richard, Wendy, David, Holly and John, you are worthy winners of the NDC and Kerrygold Quality Milk Awards in 2020. You collectively have put a smile on the face of the Irish dairy sector in a very challenging year. And you are an ambassador now in the eyes of the consumer, showing what Irish sustainable dairy practices look like. This is your occasion and you must celebrate. But furthermore, you must also be an ambassador showing the way for sustainable dairy in Ireland. From all of us in the National Dairy Council, congratulations, but also recognise you're playing a very important role as a proof point in the eyes of Irish dairy consumers as to what's going to make Irish dairy sustainable in the longer term. 88% of Irish consumers believe Irish dairy is superior to all other production systems in the world. 80% want it to be sustainable in the longer term. You being an overall winner of this competition because of not just your quality milk, but your sustainable practices in the area of water, biodiversity, soil and grassland management, show the consumer the way. You demonstrate through your day-to-day practices that we are sustainable and progressive. And for that, we thank you. Congratulations, and be sure to celebrate this much-deserved win.